That's a lot of slapping the chicken. I donated sperm to father 47 kids, but women don't want to date me. His love life has been sperminated. A prolific father who can't find a partner, that rhymed, might seem like a paradox. However, a California sperm donor with almost 50 biological children fears that his controversial vocation may have torpedoed his chances of landing a paramour. One, it's kind of weird that you're donating your sperm so many times. Just saying. Most women aren't interested in dating me, Kyle Gordy, 30, told Jam Press of his devotion to donation. The freelance baby purveyor who claimed that an estimated 1,000 women have requested his semen first started donating his swimmers when he was 22, as he felt traditional sperm banks were cold and clinical and wanted to know where his sperm was actually going. Where is this headed? So, like a mom and pop producer in a sea of corporate sperm merchants, the entrepreneur began promoting his free service on Instagram, and soon scores of aspiring mothers came a knocking. As soon as 2 years after donating, I got more attention as that's when I was actively donating more, Gordy explained. I had a few successful pregnancies, so I started receiving messages on my Instagram from women, which I was really surprised about. Fast forwarding to now, and the independent sperm banker has fathered 47 children in multiple countries, with 10 more on the way. But despite the fact that scores of women desire his super sperm, the serial surrogate said that he's had trouble finding that special someone. Although I've had a few women interested in a possible relationship, it never goes anywhere, lamented Gordy, who reportedly had an average dating life even before his career. I have accepted my decision to donate sperm, but I've realized that dating may never be the same as it once was for me. Nonetheless, the heartsick sperminator said that if a special lady comes along, he'd be happy to indulge something more. It is possible I could settle down and start a family of my own, but it would take a very special someone to accept me for who I am, Cordy explained. I think discussing my sperm donating early on in our relationship is best, as she will more likely understand the situation. While he might be striking out romantically, the motherhood facilitator said he feels great having helped so many women start families. The joy I receive from doing this is the best feeling in the world, said Gordy, who openly meets his children, regardless of whether they're actually his to take care for. I regularly receive pictures of the children, so knowing they are doing well is great, he added. And apparently the feeling is mutual. I didn't think so many women would be interested, as most of them had money and could easily go to any sperm bank, said Gordy. However, after hearing their reasons, most stated that they wanted the option for the child to see their biological father. Not just a US based donor, Gordy is currently on a sperm donation world tour with recent stops in Scotland and Germany. Per his Instagram, and has at least 3 kids in the UK, and in a first for across the pond, the charitable so recently donated sperm to one woman naturally, he said. Wow. So one of these ladies basically wanted him to clap some cheeks to donate his sperm. That's interesting. At first, she said she was nervous, but after talking for a bit, she told me how happy she was, explained. The donor of cutting out the middleman. We realized we had a lot in common, which I find is always great, and we even discussed staying in contact. Gordy added that he believed women in the United Kingdom are most interested in me, but I think this is only due to sperm banks being off putting. What's the secret to cultivating world class swimmers? Gordy chalked it up to going organic by using 18 different herbs and supplements a day, as well as abstaining from caffeine, alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs. With an army of offspring at 30, Gordy is perhaps on track to eclipse the UK's Clive Jones, 66, who claims to be the world's most prolific sperm donor with more than 129 biological children. However, UK experts currently warn baby craving women against going to unlicensed sperm donors. If arrangements are made outside the clinic environment, there can be medical and legal risk. For example, without the proper consents in place, the donor is likely to be seen as the legal parent with all the rights and responsibilities that involves, said a spokesperson for the Human Fertilization and Embryology Authority. Clinics will also rigorously test all donors for medical and hereditary illnesses. That's why we always encourage sperm donors and patients to go to a licensed clinic where these medical and legal issues are taken care of for them and where the welfare of the child is always a primary concern, they concluded. Now that's interesting, right? Because you gotta really think about it. Why is he actually doing this? Like, why would someone be donating their sperm constantly like this? It seems a little bit odd, maybe a little bit off putting, because you can't be making like a crazy amount of money for doing this. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe if you're charging, like, I don't know, like, what, he donated his sperm, let's just say like 1,000 times. Okay, so yeah. So then, an estimated 1,000 women have requested his semen, right? So potentially, if he actually donated his sperm to 1,000 women, if he charged maybe $1,000 to $2,000 per thing, let's just say $2,000 per donation, okay, that's $2 million after taxes, expenses, whatever, legal paperwork, whatever. Maybe he'll clear like $1 million after that. I don't know. It's just like it's an interesting thing to kind of like think about, right? Like, what could be some of the reasons why someone would want to do this? And here's the thing. And that one comment that's saying like you gotta be really careful with doing something like this is like, what are the legal ramifications of this? Could he be on the hook for paying child support to some of these women that he's donated to? For example, like the girl that he donated naturally to. Could he be on the hook for her donation? Could he be on the hook for all these 30 kids? Like this, that gets into like a kind of like a very odd and crazy situation, especially since there are so many guys that are financially destroyed due to child support, right? To their actual former wife or former girlfriend. Like, there are a lot of guys getting destroyed by child support. There's a lot of people that go to prison. Well, not really prison, but like jail because they couldn't pay their child support, right? And who knows how much money this guy's actually making in terms of like his business or whatever, right? Whatever his business actually is. Like, I don't know if like donating his sperm this way is actually a business or not, and if it is, if it's the only one, right? Like, is this his source of income? Is this his only source of income? I still don't understand like the reasoning behind something like this, right? I can only understand this if you're getting paid a disgusting amount of money per donation. Like, I'm thinking like maybe like 10 to 20 grand per donation in terms of like, yeah, 10 to 20 grand per donation, right? Because I mean, yeah, you could charge a little bit less for that, but like still, you're still on the potential hook for child support because you're not doing this through like a the normal process, and you literally gave it naturally to one individual. There's just so much risk involved in something like this. I just don't understand why someone would do something like this. That being said, if you want to learn how to get out of debt and master your money, go to 40inbox.com and feel free to give your thoughts on this. Let's say that you were getting like that you were able to make $1,000 to $2,000 per donation. Would you do that? Would you run the risk of child support? It'd be interesting to see.